At Mattress Warehouse, save up to $700 on Serta iComfort mattresses with adjustable base, because getting custom fit to the right mattress helps you be your best. Go to MattressWarehouseUtah.com.
MattressWarehouseUtah.com.
Live from Fox 13 Studios, this is Fox 13 News at 9.
Thanks for joining us. The fate of a controversial development could be decided at Tuesday's Salt Lake County Council meeting. Now, developers for Olympia Hills are hoping to get the green light to build about 6,000 homes just west of Harriman.
Fox 13's John Franke has been following this process. He looks ahead to what could be a big showdown later this week.
Here we are again, after being vetoed by then Salt Lake County Mayor Ben McAdams back in 2018. Another version of Olympia Hills is back on the table and ready for a vote. Those against the plan are making one final stand.
I don't want to live in California, you know?
Yes. That was June of 2018. Now, almost 2 years later, not much has changed.
If we wanted to live in LA, we would live there.
Residents of Southwest Salt Lake County didn't want Olympia Hills back then, and they don't want this updated version, arguing the area does not have the infrastructure to accommodate the growth. At last month's County Council public comment hearings, they sent that message loud and clear.
Live there for a quality of life and a quality of community. Open space, not smothering development.
The County Council is slated to hold the first of two votes during its Tuesday afternoon meeting. Developers have argued these 6,000 units of housing are needed to keep up with Utah's growth and claim they've done their due diligence to prove it can be a success.
This is the most thoroughly researched, thoroughly vetted, thoroughly considered, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages of analysis.
They've heard the community's concerns and are not buying in.
Some of those concerns are purely coming from uninformed people that have comments.
Now, with a possible decision just hours away, Utah for Responsible Growth, a grassroots group opposing Olympia Hills, penned this letter to the council. It says elected leaders should, quote, represent the best interests of the people, not businesses and developers. It adds, quote, approval at this irresponsible level of density will set a precedent that will continue with future development and ultimately destroy the quality of life in our area of the valley.
If you build it, they will come mentality must stop.
A battle brewing for months.
It is not appropriate to build an entire city in my backyard.
Set to boil over on Tuesday. The County Council meeting is set for 4 o'clock Tuesday at 20th South State Street in Salt Lake City. Those against the plan are threatening a referendum if the council votes yes. In the newsroom, John Franke, Fox 13 News, Utah.
As the coronavirus continues to spread, so does fear over more infections. China has had the highest number of infections with more than 77,000, and Italy seeing 152 cases, the most infections outside of Asia.
But what are health experts around the world doing to protect their citizens? Fox's Christina Coleman explains.
Officials in Italy stepping up measures to stop the rapidly spreading coronavirus, banning public gatherings as the number of cases in the country soars. Venice's iconic carnival celebration canceled after the city's first 2 cases were reported on Sunday.
We are obviously concerned, but we are focused and we are managing the city in everybody's interest.
As revelers still flock to Venice, some even donning medical masks as an accessory, others not worried about the outbreak.
Panic is more contagious than the virus, and at this point it's a bit unnecessary.
Roughly a dozen other towns in northern Italy have been placed under quarantine, the affected areas looking more like ghost towns. And Iran is seeing an uptick in deaths from the coronavirus, prompting partial lockdown in several cities. Many who ventured into the streets of Tehran wearing masks and gloves to protect themselves.
The whole of the society is worried. As you see, the city is half closed. Universities and schools are shut down. There are fewer people in the streets, and that is because of their nervousness.
The outbreak prompting Pakistan and Turkey to close their borders with Iran. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., President Trump is urging Americans not to panic, saying health officials are monitoring the situation closely.
Yeah, we're very much involved. We're very cognizant of everything going on. We have it very much under control in this country.
A spike in South Korea triggered officials to issue a red alert, allowing them to lock down affected cities and restrict travel within the country. In Los Angeles, Christina Coleman, Fox News.
Now, a St. George couple is now in day 20 of a coronavirus quarantine, and for the last several days, they've been more than 5,000 miles apart. Jerry and Mark Jorgensen were aboard the Diamond Princess when the coronavirus first appeared. Now, they were held on that ship until Jerry tested positive. She's still in Japan, and her husband Mark is now in California, and they're having to keep in touch through Facebook.
While I appreciate all the support and the prayers and how do you do this and you're so strong type comments, I do appreciate those, but really this is this is 2 weeks in a hotel.
This is what I got to wake up to. It's pretty amazing. With the Relief Society president, she already sent me some doTERRA soft gels, but then she sent me this whole Vitality pack and some extra oils.
The Jorgensens are now counting down the days until they can reunite in St. George.
A memorial service for NBA great Kobe Bryant is scheduled for tomorrow. The celebration of life is set for 10 o'clock in the morning in LA. It will be live streamed. It will be at the Staples Center where Bryant played with the Lakers. It's also for his daughter, Gianna. She and 7 others died in a helicopter crash with Kobe Bryant last month. The service is taking place on February 24th, and that date is significant. 2 was Gianna's jersey number, and of course 24 was Kobe's.
I think there's no such thing as a permanently red state. My own home state of Indiana hadn't voted for a Democrat since Lyndon Johnson until Barack Obama came along.
He came from a small town in Indiana. Now he's running for president. Stay tuned for a one-on-one interview with Pete Buttigieg during this week's 3 Questions with Bob Evans.
It's a big day for the Utes. Both basketball teams went after wins at the Huntsman Center, and the Red Rocks went head-to-head with their rival UCLA. And it came down to the final 2 competitors and a perfect 10. The highlights are on the way.
Fox 13's Haley Higgins, part of Utah's #1 news team.
The Missionary Starter Package at Mr. Mac. It's everything a missionary needs at an unbeatable value. The package includes 1 wool blend 2-pant suit, 4 wrinkle-free dress shirts, 4 washable ties, and a pair of Echo or Johnson & Murphy walking shoes, all for just $495. And fit is never a problem with free tailoring in every store. Mr. Mac makes shopping for your mission convenient and affordable. Ask for the Missionary Starter Package at all 9 Mr. Mac stores.
We switched. I switched to Chevy.
Great.
I switched for more room. We switched.
Why do we switch?
For adventure. For this.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
I'm never switching back.
Find your reason to switch. Get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 cash allowance on most Equinox models. Or current competitive owners get $5,000 total cash allowance.
For 35 years, Bathfitter makes it easy to remodel your bath or shower.
Hi, I'm Bill Booman.
And I'm Rick Booman from Bathfitter. From your free in-home consultation to your installation, we're with you every step of the way, all backed by our lifetime warranty.
Bathfitter's exclusive seamless wall surround gives you the look of tile, slate, or marble. You'll love the result.
Save time and money with Bathfitter.
From Logan to St. George, we serve all of Utah. Call now and receive up to $450 off or 18 months no interest. It's better with Bathfitter.
Imagine your world with a 3% cash bonus when you transfer a balance to a Mountain America credit card. It's easy through our mobile app or at a branch. Get your cash bonus today.
A premium crossover should include premium features like heated seats, a power liftgate, and a panoramic moonroof. All standard on the Acura RDX and cost extra on the Lexus NX 300. Plus, RDX has more horsepower, more space, and bigger wheels. Maybe that's why it's Consumer Guide's best premium compact crossover 8 years in a row. And right now, lease the Acura RDX for just $429 a month for well-qualified buyers. For details, visit Jody Wilkinson Acura downtown or Mike Hale Acura in Murray.
Sizzler Steak. Your choice of side and mini shrimp is back for only $9.99. For only $1 more, you get all the golden mini shrimp your mouth can handle. $9.99, or pile on the shrimp for $1 more for a limited time only. So hurry in. Sizzler.
Well, could Utah follow up from BYU's huge upset last night? A chance to do it today against USC?
Not quite at the same level as Gonzaga. That was an amazing win for BYU, but still, the Utes with a chance to knock off USC. They played well at home, just 2 losses at the Huntsman Center. They played well against USC. Brandon Carlson follows up the missed shot with the throwdown. Nice passing here. Mikhail Jetunin with the nice bounce pass to Timmy Allen. He lays it in for 2. Alfonso Plummer shot the ball well for the Utes. Long 3 is good. Utes led up by 6 at the half. They kept it going in the final 20 minutes. Rylan Jones puts it up in, scores. Gets the nice bounce there. He had 8 points. Then Plummer with a nice dish to Jantunen. Scores 2 of his 13 points. Carlson has also been showing off his shooting range. 3 to beat the shot clock. He finished with 11 points and 8 rebounds. Then the Utes put the game away. Plummer with another 3. He made 5 of them. Scored 18 points. Moments later, it's Allen. Drives in, scores 2 of his team-high 21 points. The Utes won it 79-65. A nice win over a potential NCAA tournament team. Now, how about the Utah women? They took on number 21 Arizona State in their final home game of the season. Drew Gilton, one of her 12 assists to senior Kiana Moore. Then it's the other senior, Denisha Provo, knocking down the 3. And here's another one. The Utes pulled off the upset. They beat the Sun Devils 75-71. Big gymnastics meet at UCLA. Utah and UCLA both 3rd in the national rankings. Kim Thiessen got the Utes off to a great start. Sticks to landing on the uneven parallel bars. She won the event with a 9.950. It came down to the final 2 competitors. The Utes had Abby Paulson on the balance beam, and she came through. A perfect routine. She also sticks it. Earned a perfect 10. The Utes posted the highest beam score in the country this season and a new school record to win a thriller. The Utes won at 198.075 to 198.025. That's highs for season highs for both teams. Well, it was a great scene last night in Provo. BYU fans stormed the court after 23rd-ranked BYU beat number 2 Gonzaga at the Marriott Center, one of the greatest wins in program history. The Cougars played great in their final home game of the season, getting a win that assures them a spot in the NCAA tournament. First time since 2015. Jake Toulson, TJ Haas both had great games. Jake, 17 points. TJ added 16. And how about Yoli Childs? 28 points, 10 rebounds in this final game at the Marriott Center.
That was unbelievable. Just the fight that we had. I know I'm trying to be in the moment, but this team has such big goals that I can't help but think how encouraging that is for our future, for making the run that we want to make and doing the things that we want to do.
This team has definitely been through a lot this year. We've had a lot of ups and downs. But what I love about us is we just continue to fight, and adversity comes our way, and the next day we're there at practice and we're there to fight. And when you have a team like that works so hard every day and they just care about getting better, super cool moments like this, they happen. And this team deserves it. We've worked extremely hard.
Coming up tonight on the Fox 13 Sports page, what's up with the Jazz? 2 straight losses after the All-Star break. We'll have more on BYU's win over the Zags and the Utes game against USC tonight, starting at 10:05.
Yeah, a little stale coming out of that All-Star break. 2 straight losses.
2 straight losses. They got to turn things around a little bit. Teams are catching up to them. Oklahoma City won tonight. They're now moving up a little closer to the Jazz.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Coming after the break, we'll talk more details about this winter storm making its move towards northern Utah. Now beginning to fill in. We can see those showers tracking near Snowville, moving eastward, heading towards Malad, incorporating Tremont in here over the next hour or so. Rain quickly changing over into snow. How much will fall and how will it affect your morning commute? We'll let you know after the break.
News breaks when it wants. Doesn't have a script, so we don't cut things short just to hand it over to network news. We stay local. Fox 13's Good Day Utah.
Your captain thinks he's Superman. Makes him reckless. Billy's gonna want to take this place from you.
If you lose the 1-2-6, so do they.
Well, that is not going to happen.
Somebody make sure medical's standing by.
For the bull?
For us.
911, what's your emergency?
911 Lone Star, all new, Monday on Fox.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $8. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $8. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
Here's the scary truth. It's easy to say beat Trump. It's going to be harder to do. We need someone who has the clout, toughness, and record of getting things done. Mike Bloomberg, who brought a city back after 9/11 and has taken on bully after bully to do what's right. Because the first thing that needs to get done is winning, and that means beating the biggest bully of all. The gloves are off, but the fight is on.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Need glasses now? We have a lens lab in every store and can make them for you in as little as 30 minutes.
2 pairs start at just $38.71, and 91% of our glasses are ready the same day. No one makes glasses faster than iMart Express.
Can we get some ice cream?
All right, we gotta stop here first.
From smarter ATMs to after-hours video tellers, Comcast Business is connecting thousands of banks to technology that turns everyday transactions into extraordinary experiences.
Hi there. How are you? Do you have any lollipops in there? No, sorry.
We're helping all kinds of businesses go beyond customer expectations. How can we help you?
Hot like fire in our CR-V. It's a smooth ride, that's guaranteed. The hype is real for all-wheel drive. Road trips, cruising, can't wait to arrive.
Honda, yeah, it's so cool. I'm so fly when I drive it around all over the place.
Mom, that doesn't rhyme.
Oh, that's what we're doing?
You're so old.
For a low monthly payment on your CR-V, Utah Honda Dealers is the place to be. All-wheel drive and it rides so fine. The CR-V is only $259. What? Only $259. Utah Honda Dealers.
One justice for all. Judge Judy.
Well, as we look at the weekend, at least for northern Utah, it wasn't too bad, especially today. We had a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 50s, and we saw improvement with the air quality. Yesterday, it was unhealthy, at least throughout Salt Lake Valley. Now it's green or good throughout most of the Wasatch Front. The high, 54 degrees, almost 10 degrees above normal, where we're expecting to find temperatures to quickly fall below normal because of an approaching storm system and a cold front that will be pushing through northern and central Utah here over the next 12 hours. Now, the front hasn't hit yet. Ahead of that front, we are seeing some stronger south winds that will be a little breezy here throughout tonight in the morning hours. Temperatures still hanging on to the 40s, increasing clouds. That storm on our doorstep now pushing through extreme northern Utah. Now, as the storm comes through, we'll see rain quickly changing over into snow. How much snow accumulation? Well, it's not big. For the valleys, as you can see, for most locations, less than an inch. Just a skiff in some areas. Benches potentially could pick up an inch. Logan, you're in that same range. Now, some of the Wasatch Mountain valleys, 1 to 2 inches, maybe a little bit more in Park City. Now, the ski resorts, that range anywhere between 2-5 inches, maybe some isolated areas could get upwards of 6 to 7 inches, but this storm, again, not too big. There's the cold front. It is producing some showers in southern Idaho, beginning to make its move right near the Utah-Idaho border. As the storm moves through and then quickly exits by tomorrow evening, high pressure will work its way through. But for the next couple of days, we'll keep a cool northwesterly flow going, which will allow temperatures to remain below normal. Now we're going to look long range, not only with this storm, but any subsequent storms that we're expecting to see here over the next week. Now, this storm will be only impacting northern Utah, southwest Wyoming, the Uinta Mountains as it pushes through overnight. Lingering snow showers for the mountains tomorrow night, and then improvements thereafter. We start to see that cool northwesterly flow, which will keep temperatures through Tuesday below normal. Then high pressure begins to work its way through, allowing temperatures to warm up. We see 50s returning back to the Wasatch Front, as that's where we're at today. And we'll keep it dry throughout most of the week leading up into the weekend. But once we go into Saturday, we'll see that southwest flow and our next storm lining up. Sunday looks to be wet, where we bring rain showers back into the forecast, at least for the Wasatch Front. Now, from northern Utah, here's your hour-by-hour forecast. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, as we'll see again those showers coming through. Early morning, we're talking 3 a.m., 4 a.m., but take a look. Models showing that it will be very short-lived. That's why we're not expecting to see much in accumulation and just really hardly anything sticking to the roads, just on the grassy surfaces, and that's about it. Now, for tomorrow, those temperatures only in the 30s. Ogden, Salt Lake City, low 40s in Provo, 20s in Park City. Now, you can see on and off snow showers throughout the day. Very isolated, very light. Again, not much in accumulation. Central and southern Utah, you're enjoying mostly clear skies. We're in the 60s in the Dixie area, 40s in Cedar City, upper 40s in Moab, 30s in Vernal. As we look ahead going into your 7-day forecast, at least for St. George, we're going to be taking a look at some nice weather conditions here over the next several days, where by end of the week we're going to be in the upper 60s, and even heading into the weekend we're looking at mostly cloudy skies, but until then a lot of sunshine and some enjoyable temperatures. Now for northern Utah, we're going to be looking at 30s for the next couple of days. Wednesday, 40s, quickly jumping to the 50s and even mid-50s by Saturday. So the next storm hitting, at least what the models are indicating, is not until the weekend, and it's on the tail end of the weekend with the possibility of some rain showers. That's definitely more spring-like weather.
Say that word again, spring. All right, and a
nice week.
Good week to wash the car too, right?
Yeah, once we get, I'd wait until
Monday.
tomorrow
Okay.
afternoon. Tuesday, you're good to go for a few days.
Awesome, thanks, Breck.
Pete Buttigieg is a long shot to become the next leader of the free world. He's running for president on the Democratic ticket, along with the likes of former Vice President Joe Biden and current frontrunner Senator Bernie Sanders. But being a long shot at this point is meaningless. Just ask Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. And so Mayor Pete, who led South Bend, Indiana for 8 years, is trying to be the moderate, unifying voice in an otherwise raucous and unwieldy presidential campaign. And when he came to Utah recently, I sat down with him and asked him 3 questions. Utah's economy is the strongest in the nation. We tie with South Carolina, Vermont in the lowest unemployment. We've got a highly educated workforce, relatively low taxes, excellent health care available. We've got a business environment that attracts some of the best companies in the world. If you become president, what can you do for the people of Utah?
Well, my definition of a good economy is one where everyone is able to thrive. And yet the U.S. is lagging most developed countries in terms of everything from maternal mortality to many recent years life expectancy actually going down in the United States. To me, the measure of a good economy is not only numbers on a page, it's whether Americans are able to afford the cost of healthcare, prescription drugs, education, saving for retirement, and it's clear we've got a lot of work to do. So in order to have an economy that truly works for us, I believe we need to begin measuring economic performance, above all other things, by the income growth of the 90%. And that means making sure we raise wages, empower workers, and have a fairer tax code so that you don't see multi-billion-dollar corporations paying 0 in federal income taxes while families are struggling to get ahead.
In the latest poll, which came out before Iowa and before New Hampshire, Bernie Sanders led you here in Utah 27 to 5%. Most of his support comes from young people. Now, if a 78-year-old self-proclaimed social democrat can do that well among Utah's young people, what does a 38-year-old moderate Democratic candidate have to do to make up the difference?
Well, here's my message to progressives and young people. I would be the most progressive president we've had in the last half century. And the longer you're planning to be here, the more you have at stake in a bunch of decisions that are about to be made about everything from climate to how our economy is going to unfold. But I'm offering a way to do it that can actually bring more Americans together. We're already a dangerously polarized country. And for any of these big ideas to actually get done, we're going to have to mobilize an American majority that already wants a lot of big solutions, but can be alienated by a message that says that your only 2 options are between a revolution and the status quo. That's a picture that most Americans don't see themselves in. I'm offering a different picture, and I think that's part of what explains why we've been able to beat the polls, the pundits, and the expectations in this race so far.
Utah has been a red state for a long, long time. The last presidential candidate to win Utah was Lyndon Johnson. Why do you think that is, and what can you do about it?
Well, I think there's no such thing as a permanently red state. My own home state of Indiana hadn't voted for a Democrat since Lyndon Johnson until Barack Obama came along. And I think across the country, a lot of people are wondering whether the Republican Party has left them. If they're feeling that way, a lot of independents, right-leaning independents, and future former Republicans, as I like to call them, I want to make sure they feel welcome in the movement we're building. We're not going to agree on everything, but I think most of us can agree that we can do better than this White House today.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg, Democratic presidential candidate, thank you so much for being part of 3 Questions.
Same here. Great to be with you.
And of course, if you'd like to see Bob's full interview with Democratic presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg, including how he would help clean up Utah's air and his thoughts on Utah's public lands, head over to fox13now.com. And to hear the interview in podcast form, just download it wherever you get your podcasts.
The problem with hanging on to the past is when you're always looking back, you can't see what's coming. Forward collision warning with emergency braking assist. Standard on Sorento SX, Telluride, and Sportage. Part of Kia's tough and ready lineup of SUVs. Right now, lease the 2020 Sportage LX all-wheel drive for $179 a month.
There's just something to be said about free diving in Indonesian waters with a leatherback turtle.
I imagine it's close to the same euphoria I felt after completing my 2nd Antarctic ice marathon.
Or when I got a home energy plan from Dominion Energy to learn how to conserve to save money. Impressive.
Road conditions can change in a matter of seconds. With available 4Motion all-wheel drive, your Volkswagen can too. The 2020 Volkswagen Tiguan with available 4Motion all-wheel drive for better handling on a variety of terrain.
This President's Day, lease a stylish and powerful 2020 Volkswagen Tiguan S4Motion for just $239 a month at your local Volkswagen dealer.
Medicine in America is pretty reactive. The foundations of health are really non-medical.
There are many social issues that contribute to health concerns. Intermountain Healthcare is pioneering an alliance that collaborates with organizations to solve these complex issues.
Issues of housing, issues of education, and navigating through red tape to help them with their own finances and create a more stable foundation for their health.
To learn more about Intermountain's initiative, visit intermountain.com.
This is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
Hop in. Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible. Wow. That's pretty sweet. That's cool.
Where's the trailer though?
Get 0% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 pickups, or current competitive owners get a total value of $7,250 on this Silverado without optional tech package or enhanced invisible view.
The first sound a baby hears is its mother's voice.
Twinkle, twinkle.
On the next Modern Family. Monday at 6:30 on Fox 13. It's the new sleep remedy women need to know. You've tried everything, but you're super busy.
Guilty of sometimes sleeping literally with the phone.
And highly stressful days
make dinner and keep the house clean.
Are keeping you from nodding off at night.
Having the TV on, having the TV off.
Now we show women the new keys to getting some Z's. Monday on Fox 13 News at 9.
Are you ready for summer concert season? Rich Bonaducci has it all.
The Place, Monday at 1. This is Fox 13 News.
Finally on Fox 13, you may have had them on a flight recently, those lovely Biscoff cookies. United Airlines says they're getting rid of them. Can we see the cookies, please? They're replacing them with Oreo Thins. There they are.
Oh, there we go.
For more variety. But one airline is keeping them. You see it. It's Delta. And their tweet on social media, very simple. Yep, still got them.
Wait, but they're replacing them with Oreo Thins?
So are you into that?
I don't know. Whatever will go good with ginger ale, because that's like a must-have on a flight,
Every
right?
plane, Biscoff and ginger ale.
Yeah, that's
my combo.
You're going to have to change your airline. That's what it looks like.
7 day, Brett.
All right, let's go look at the 7-day forecast. Hey, we have a storm tonight. It's going to bring brief snow showers. Waking up tomorrow morning, at least near the benches, we could have just maybe an inch on the grassy surface. I don't see much of concern for traveling. And then maybe some rain showers next weekend.
Great. Thanks for watching Fox 13 News at 9.
Quickcast is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Sports page after that.
Weather Watch is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
We all want to feel good and find answers for what ails us. Each Wednesday, health experts and physicians from Intermountain Healthcare will share answers, tips, and advice